Welcome to Subramani. Uh, Behind me, you can see this book, right? Retire Rich. Retire Rich is part of the name. Look at the full name. It says, can you see it? It says invest rupees 40 a day. Now, when I was writing this book for the first time about 10 years ago, the dollar was rupees 40. So I could have titled the book Invest Under $1 a Day, but then it would not have felt like an Indian book. So therefore it was rupees 40. Not that 40 really matters or 40 doesn't matter. Today you could make it 50, you could make it 80, you could make it 100, depending on whatever you're comfortable. But if you are a 22-year-old, and if I told you you have to invest 20,000 a month or 15,000 a month, it would have completely put you off. You would not have even considered it. But when I tell you you have to invest just 1500 rupees a month, which is say slightly more than 40 rupees a day, that looks attractive, and it is possible for a 22-year-old or even an 18-year-old to consider such a small investment, saying the only thing you have to learn is not to touch it for extremely long periods of time. So what is necessary? First, start early. Ideally, you should have started when you were age of 3 months. Your father should have done it. If he hasn't done it, that's okay. You can do it at the age of 18 if your father has given you or your mother has given you enough money for you to spend. So even if you start with say 500 rupees a month, just make a start. That's more important. Or by the time you're 21, 22, if you have started earning even a stipend, start investing 1500 rupees a day. That is also 1500 rupees a month. That is also possible. All these are approximately in that 40 rupees a day. Now, from where will this 40 rupees come? There are many people who will say, oh, 40 rupees bhi mere paas nahi hai. So 40 rupees is today what? Not even a cup of tea in a good restaurant. Maybe 40 rupees is what you will pay for a cup of tea in a reasonably air-conditioned Udupi restaurant. We are not going to these Starbucks and CCD types. No, then you're very small. What about your cigarettes, right? So if you're smoking worth say 40 rupees a day, which means what, 3 cigarettes, 4 cigarettes, right? That's the price. So 4 cigarettes a day. So if you're smoking 8 cigarettes a day, you might as well come down to 4 cigarettes a day. It saves your health. And the question is, some rates of returns have to be assumed. So when I wrote this article in 2013, I made an assumption that PPF will give you 8%. It still does, maybe slightly lesser. I assume that Sensex will give you 18%, and I assume that you will, with smart managing of equity, generate an alpha of 3, so you will get 21%. All 3 wrong, completely wrong, and over 30 years, very difficult to sustain. Far more important, all these numbers have been put into an Excel sheet and calculated, and we will look at those numbers. You can look at numbers very differently. You can reduce the Sensex return to 12%. I am perfect, but the principles remain the same, and I have not gone back to my Excel sheet to change these numbers. It's a 2013 article, so please bear with me. And so let me just quote the numbers from here. What happens if you save 40 rupees a day, which you invest for the next 30 years? Well, at 40 rupees, you will have 16 lakhs in your PPF, about approximately 16.5 lakhs. I'll give a link of this article in the description, so you can have a look at it. You don't need to remember, just remember the principles, and you will have about 1 crore in the Sensex. Now look at the difference between the Sensex and equity returns. We just spoke about 3% return, right? Difference. It becomes 2 crores in the equity, right? That is what happens if you 40 rupees a day over 30 years will give you 2 crores at the end of the period. That's not bad at all. Now it's fairly obvious, if you can make this 40 rupees to 44, 48, etc., this figure goes up dramatically to about 7-8 crores, which means you're talking of a 10% increase and a 300% increase in the corpus. 10% increase in your contribution leading to a 300% increase in the corpus. Okay, you're not a smoker, very good. So you don't smoke, but you eat out once a week. Is that too high? Or maybe you spend 2-3 thousand per week on eating out, or 2-3 thousand per week you can remove from your eating out budget. Maybe you're spending 8,000 a week or 7,500 a week. These are not small numbers, because 2 times of eating out in a good restaurant for just a young couple could cost you that kind of money. So if you were to save 2,000 per week, then obviously the amount becomes bigger, and the amount becomes something like, hold your breath, over a 30-year period it becomes 15 crores. That's not small, right? We do not realize how these small slippages happen, whether it is smoking, whether it is having 8 cups of tea. I used to do some training for a bank in Gujarat, which dealt with young women who are earning 5 rupees, 10 rupees kind of thing, and where there the example would be, आप एक दिन में 4 चाय पी रहे हो, 5 चाय पी रहे हो, 1 चाय का पैसा बचा लो. That was only $5, $6. Of course, I'm talking 20 years back, so it must have been even less than $5. And I said, that is the money that can be saved, and you can buy a sewing machine or a cow and do business, right? You need capital. If your parents have not provided capital, you have to create it, and it will come only by this. Like Nehru used to say, from where do you get time for all this? You say, you steal it from your sleep, right? So you have to steal it from your lifestyle. Okay, you don't eat out, you don't smoke, great, but then you have some other problems. Say you are a shopaholic. You spend 10,000 a month on shopping, and you know that you can avoid that. 10,000 is not a small amount of money. You just bought soap worth 3,000 rupees in a organic soap shop with nice smelling soap. Right, you did all that, so that is there. You could have saved about 10,000 rupees a month, or that is again huge, right? So how much does that become? That becomes about 60 crores. Sounds funny, right? When I look at the numbers, I can't believe it myself that this is the kind of money that you can save, right? 17 crores is what you save when you save the 10,000 rupees per month. You accumulate 17 crores. Why am I throwing these big numbers and small numbers together? Simply by telling you that the number which you save does not matter. What matters is starting early. That is far more important, and the return that you get. So if you get 8% in PPF and you get 12% in equity, you will obviously get almost there's a huge 50% jump in the R, right? So you can't control R, but you can control R in an asset class. Over a long period of time, equity has to be debt. So for me, the definition of long term is the time that it takes for equity to be debt. So sometimes it could be 3 years, sometimes it could be 10 years, sometimes it could be 15 years. I'm sure there are 10-year gaps in, or rather 10-year periods when equity has lost to debt. So right, so today if somebody asks you what is long term means 15 years, because it takes 10 years for equity to be debt. So if 15 years is what is your definition of long term, that is your definition of long term. Don't go by media definition of long term, because media definition of long term is about 1 day. The income tax definition is about 1 year. Income tax definition is very funny. It is 1 year for equity, it is 3 years for debt, it is 2 years for real estate. It is very confusing. I don't know why they need to make it so confusing. That apart. So what is long term? Long term means the time that it takes for your equity to get you a return better than debt. And debt, I mean State Bank of India, FD or PPF or something like that, not some higher risk taking debt fund. So that's long term. So since you're young, start early, and this is the kind of wealth you can create over long periods of time. But why don't we do it? It's easy, right? The intellectual portion of your head accepts that this can be done. However, we have a problem. We don't understand small numbers. So when you go out to smoke, you're telling your brain is telling yourself that it's okay, just smoking 1 cigarette. Of course 1 cigarette doesn't kill, nor does 1 rasgulla kill. But 1 rasgulla 3 times a day, every day for 30 years, you know what it does. One cigarette followed by another cigarette followed by another cigarette followed by another cigarette is 50-60 rupees a day. Okay, the advantage of smoking is you don't have to provide for your old age. You will not live to be old. That's great. But then, mathematically speaking, this is a challenge. Train your brain to understand that small numbers over long periods of time can create wealth. You don't have to wait till you get that first 1 lakh or 1 crore or whatever is in your mind. Start with as small as 40 rupees a day, and that is the title of the book. It is 40 rupees a day. This blob that you see, this blurb which you see is more important than this title. Title of course is there, but this blurb is more important. 40 rupees a day makes sense, of course, only for youngsters. So if you're 50, give it to your son. If you're 22, start investing. If you're 30, give it to your younger brother, somebody around you who is 20, 22, even 18. For them, it makes sense, right? The power of N in compounding. Thank you.